What's up everyone, this is Rich with KrawlZone RC, and today we're doing an install video of RC4WD Warn 9.5 cti Winch with the wireless remote and receiver control unit. Super cool wireless remote so that you can operate it, just, no strings attached, you don't have to reach inside the vehicle with a switch. Piece of cake. What we're going to do is we're going to put it on an Axial Racing Poison Spider Wraith, the winch packaging, and see what comes with it. Alright, so here is the RC4WD Warn 9.5 cti Winch. Look at how cool that is. Stickers on there showing you how to operate it. Over there. And then this is cool. Notice this earlier on the hook. Look at that pin. So little. It's cool. Real rolling fair lead. Got your synthetic rope. That is pretty darn cool. Alright, now I'm just going to install the plate for the winch to sit on right behind the front bumper of the Wraith. Okay, so looking at the mounting plate and the bottom of the winch, it's going to have to be flipped so it's not hitting the servo horn right there. So all that takes is just taking out those 4 screws and reversing that plate. Alright, so mounting plate flipped. Now all we have to do is put the screws in. And luckily, RC4WD has included, there's 2 different size screws in there. There's some shorter ones or longer ones, depending on what you have to mount it to, either on the Wraith or on the SCX10 or whatever else you're going to mount it on. You have some options right from the factory. So let's go ahead and mount this winch onto the Wraith. Alright, so there is the winch all mounted up right on the Wraith. Got this hanging down. Not many places you can really hook it onto to keep it from getting caught up on things. Maybe you can hook it on there, something like that, I don't know, but there it is. Now the next step is to wire this bad boy up and get it working. Alright, so now that I have it installed, what I'm going to do is show you this wireless controller a little bit better. Now, I can get it, not using it. Okay, now that I have it installed, I'm going to show you this wireless controller. Now, get your mind out of the gutter. It actually means battery negative, battery positive, and that's winch positive, winch negative up at the top. So what I've gone ahead and done, since my Wraith, how I have it set up, I'm already using up as much spare space as I have, that I wired it right to the receiver, which for this on the box it said that it's safe. So I have a double male end servo extension wire that's going from the battery port on the receiver, and I'm going to put it right to the battery port on the wireless controller. So there's that right into the battery. Make sure you're lining it up correctly. And then from here, you have this lead, and these 2 ends plug right together. Really simple. And then this, what you want to do, what I like to do is I just kind of tuck it up and under just to get it out of the way so that you really can't see it. Because you know those scale guys, they don't like wires sticking out everywhere. Just go ahead and feed this through here like that. Alright, and then this is pretty easy to find because it's different. It looks a little bit different. Just plug that in. Red is positive, black is the negative. And just tuck the wires down in there. And for me, since I'm running the Poison Spider Jeep body, that's going to go ahead and clear the body. Here's the posts. So there's maybe a millimeter of room between this and the body. So that for me fits good right there. Now, call me cheap, but I only run one wireless winch controller because it's just a lot easier not to have a bunch of these laying around and not knowing which vehicle it goes to, because you do have to bind the wireless controller to the wireless, the other wireless controller. So what I do is I have this, it's 3M kind of a plastic Velcro, and I go ahead and on my other bodies I just stick that to wherever's easiest and plug the servo in here. It's really quick change, just 2 plugs, pull it out, plug the new one in. You just have to have, for ease, multiples of these dual male-ended servo extension wires. But for me, that's easy if you don't have really a lot of money to spend on these, because this whole setup's pretty pricey. And it's just a lot easier. You can take care of this, keep one of these, and that's perfect. Now, let's go ahead and see how this works. Okay, so you see the winch hook, and then my fair lead right here, which is kind of cool. And you push a button on this wireless controller, and it'll bring it up, or it'll push it down. Alright, so there it is, all together. Now, if you notice, this does stick out quite a bit more than the stock bumper. That could be an issue with hanging on things, hitting the rocks, but if you angle your rig just a little bit more than usual, you will be able to get up and over stuff. But to me, I think it looks good, especially knowing what it's holding. And this, the mount is actually steel. So that is going to give you a lot more support and strength when you're trying to winch yourself or your buddy out of a sticky situation. So there it is.